All right, Remus, you ready to get started? Today we're going to do chicken curry. This is one of the easiest, simplest recipes that I love. I make it all the time. We're going to make it in bulk. This will be 4 meals. It would be easy to double that and make 8 meals out of this. I would just, throw more chicken in there, basically. If you don't have one of these pepper grinders, this thing is awesome. So turmeric, I've seasoned this with just turmeric and salt. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory. Curcumin is the active ingredient in it, but you only absorb it if it's paired with black pepper. So if you ever see a turmeric supplement, it'll almost always say paired with pepperin. So I've got the Instant Pot on hot. So I'm going to throw some olive oil in there. You could also use coconut oil. Either one is fine. And I'm just going to toss chicken in there and let it brown very quickly. There we go. All right. Simpler thing probably would have just been to use the other cutting board. Shallots would be delicious in this. I may throw a shallot in. I may just do onion. But what I do want to do is put a touch of garlic in there. Let that brown in the oil. Quick note on spices. I'm just going to use, this is just totally my preference. You can use any kind of curry paste, which you can get at Kroger or any Asian food store. And then I'm going to use curry powder. This would have curry powder in it. And generally, you can get yellow, green, or red curry. I like them all. I like to do a combo. One thing that I've found when you're making a curry is always season more than you think you need to do. So throw more salt on there because the turmeric sort of absorbs the saltiness. And so you should definitely put more salt than you think. If your curry is not really delicious, throw in double the seasoning and tell me that it's not after that. When I get to carrots that are much bigger, I'll match stick these. I'm gonna see if I can make this in about 7 minutes. That's my goal. I could probably let that chicken, I'm just gonna let the chicken sear on one side because I like it to get really brown. It's not worth flipping it because it's going to get cooked thoroughly under the pressure. So I'm just going to let it sit exactly as it is. These are just going to be rough chopped. They're just going to be kind of thrown in, turned into soup. So that's great. I'll show you the way to cut an onion. So I'm going to take my knife. I'm not going to go through the back. So I'm going to go just like this with the tip of my knife. And because, again, I can kind of rough chop this, just going to go here. This is sort of about speed. It doesn't have to look pretty. It's going to be really delicious. Hey, let's go ahead and salt these veggies too. I'll maybe just throw it on when they get in there, but over season more than you think they need. All right. The calories in carrots and onions, very minimal. You know, I might log something, but I'm probably not going to. I might do like mixed vegetables in my chronometer. There's an entry for mixed vegetables, and I might do like 30 grams or 40 grams of mixed vegetables. If you've never used shallots before, it's usually got 2 bulbs. I'm just gonna pull those out. Wow, it's smelling really, really good over here. Just gonna do a rough chop on these as well. If you ever wonder why your food at restaurants always tastes a little bit better than at home, and you can't figure out the difference is usually shallots and butter. As long as it's like French or European cooking, actually even Indian, yeah, it's usually shallots and butter. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in on top. I lost a little carrots in the back. We'll leave it. Okay, so I am using 1 can of lower fat coconut. You could easily use full fat coconut. I kind of like the flavor a little bit more, and I'm not eating quite as many fats in my current life. But it's 5 servings per container. So we're gonna do, this curry will be 4 servings for us. So that's about 7 grams of fat, so not too bad. And I didn't exactly log the olive oil, but I'll pretty much do about a tablespoon per, estimated tablespoon per serving. Now I'm gonna do a little taste test here. I'm gonna throw some green beans in for the whole time, and I'm gonna let them pressure cook. And then I'm gonna throw some in at the end. Like once the pressure releases, this will still be boiling. And I'm just gonna like have them basically be blanched in at the very, very end. So that'll allow me to see if I think they're too mushy or if they're just right, in what way's a little better. So again, I'm gonna throw some salt in on top. Only other thing I'm gonna add is the curry paste, which is gonna give it a beautiful color. And I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of chicken broth. I made it without chicken broth very recently. It was so good. So I'm just gonna do just a little bit, really to kind of season those vegetables. That's it, no more. And now let's throw in, spoon's too big. Let's throw in this curry paste. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. 5 calories per, so it's not really calorically significant at all. I'm gonna stir that in. Look at that, man. That's so many veggies. This is gonna be incredible. I personally like this over rice or potatoes. If I had potatoes that were uncooked, you could throw them in there to just cook with it. Like I could throw in some cubed raw potatoes right now. But honestly, what I'm gonna do is when this finishes, I'll just like microwave these potatoes so that I can kind of log these and just keep track of how much I'm eating. It'll just be super simple that way. So these are already cooked. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna pressure this. So I'm just gonna do pressure or manual. And I had it on 92 minutes for the roast that I did previously. I'm gonna do 7 minutes. I did this recently and it was perfect. Oh, 1, 2. And you don't even have to hit anything. Like it's just gonna start to build pressure. You got this on venting and then sealing, so I'm gonna put it on sealing, and that should be ready in about, probably takes about 5 to 7 minutes to pressurize, so it should be ready in about 15 minutes. I will show you what it looks like when it comes out.